We are $2 trillion people, not us. What's going to happen next Friday? What's going to happen next Friday in America?
It's Black Friday.
And guess what Negroes going to do?
Shop.
In Philadelphia, we're going to spend $3 billion. Listen to this. I didn't say million. I said billion.
Right.
In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the fifth or sixth largest city in America, we're going to spend $3 billion on Christmas. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If Philadelphia has a population of 1.5 million, half of that is black, so we about 750,000.
All right.
And if we're going to spend $3 billion in Philly, being a population of 750,000, could you imagine what the New York City Black Christmas bill is going to be?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the Chicago Black
LA,
Christmas bill?
yeah.
Can you imagine LA and
Atlanta.
Houston right here in do you understand me? So how are you going to cry about not having good schools, poor health care, no jobs, no banks, no supermarkets, no factories, when you're wasting billions of dollars on garbage?
Oh, man, we got
What's
it.
up, everybody? Thanks for watching the video. It's Tim. And so it's about 11 p.m. I just got off work. You can probably see in the back it's dark. Got about a 40-minute drive home, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible so I can just, go home, get some rest before tomorrow. But earlier today, I posted a video of Killer Mike and Nick Cannon speaking about how black people are going to spend multiple $1 billion, and this is just in Philadelphia, just the black people in Philadelphia, going to spend multiple $1 billion on Black Friday for what he said was garbage, what Killer Mike said was garbage. And he was like, this is why, people don't take black people as seriously. And I said something along the lines of, this is why I don't cry racism, because I believe that we have everything we need to succeed, and also we need to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Yeah. And so, let me explain. First of all, when I say we have everything we need, I 1000% meant that part. And I mean this both individually and as a group. And so, and I want to say most definitely as a group, because there's a wide range of us as black people. We're not all poor. And so if the richest of us that are, that have the knowledge, that have the wealth, that are up here, get together with the people down here that don't have much, but they know how to hustle, they know how to put in work. If we get together, all of us, we have everything we need to be successful within ourselves. We don't need to wait for the government to change all these policies and keep fighting for the change. There's nothing wrong with fighting for change, for systemic change, for helping us. But let's not wait for that. We have enough within our own selves. We have the famous actors. We have black-owned banks. We have black lawyers, doctors. I believe if we really tried, and it would take probably over 100 years, honestly, but it's possible if we can create another Greenville, if we can create another Black Wall Street, if we can keep the money that we make, that we earn, if we can buy into ourselves, we can take ourselves out of our own struggle. And really, that's what a lot of other groups do, and I'll get more into it later. If you look at how long a dollar stays in the Jewish community as opposed to a black community, or how Asians, they hire Asians, they feed Asians, they're there for each other as a community. If we did that as black people, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of shaking because it's brick in here, but I don't want to turn the AC on and drown out my voice. But if we did that as a black community, we can lift ourselves up. We don't need necessarily, I say necessarily because, I'll get into it later, but we could do this ourselves. But we have to lift ourselves up. We have everything we need. So we have to come together and do it. And pick each other up. And then the second part of that, what was the second part I said? Ooh, it's cold in here. Alright, my bad, had to go check. The second part of that is I said we should stop shooting ourselves in the foot, which we do a lot. Nobody's gonna refute, or I'm not refuting police violence. I'm not refuting that. I'm not refuting systemic racism. I'm not here to say that's fake, it's false. I'm not here for that. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is there are many things that we are doing to ourselves that we need to stop if we're going to get to where we're trying to get to. The whole war on drugs is, I don't want to be a quote unquote victim blamer, but at the same time, There's a saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. It's the same thing with drugs, with shooting each other. Yes, all these things are available, and we may have been pressured and pushed to it with certain circumstances and the government being against us, the policies and all this type of stuff. I'm not gonna deny any of that, but at the same time, nobody's stuck the needles in the arms. Nobody's pulling the triggers for us. We don't have to shoot each other. In fact, I don't even necessarily believe that guns in and of themselves are a bad thing. If the same people that are shooting each other, like us black people, were shooting each other, instead, like, let's take that same thing, come together, police ourselves, keep each other safe. Like, have an actual community where, all right, it's late at night, I see a young girl walking down the street. If I got a gun on me, instead of going to harass, why don't I use that to make sure nobody comes to her, make sure she gets home safe? Why can't I use that to protect her instead? And so, what I mean is we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Like, students, look, we can have a whole lot of stuff going on at home and everything, but the fact of the matter is, I don't know anybody in school growing up who, like, knew it, you weren't supposed to be acting out in class, acting like a class clown. And I'm not saying, like, yeah, you can go to school distracted and hungry and all that type of stuff. I understand that plays factors, and there is work to do in the school system and everything. But at the same time, we still got to take responsibility for our own selves. Like, say, all right, if we want to do better, stop trying to be class clowns, stop trying to be funny, stop worrying about what our fit looks like, and actually go get an education. You feel me? I'm not saying we don't need better teachers or nothing like that. But at the same time, if we're doing our part, we make their job a whole lot easier. And they can actually teach us instead of trying to manage us. And just a whole bunch of different things like that. We can be like, and I'm not going to say a lot of black people do this. I'm not going to say majority, none of that. But the fact of the matter is, some black people, like, there's some black women out here trapping guys for, like, having kids with them so that they can get child support payments. Well, really, in the long run, that keeps you in a struggle, because if all you're living off of is child support payments of someone who can't barely pay them in the first place, now both of y'all struggling off a bad decision you made because you thought the come up was to get money off of somebody else. We can stop doing stuff like that. There's a whole lot that we do to ourselves that we are kicking each other and keeping ourselves down. And yes, it's hard out here. I'm not saying it's not hard, but we could still lift each other up. We can still make a difference for each other. And so yes, we have everything we need. We can do this for ourselves. We have to come together and do it, though. Stop looking at each other as competition or enemies. Let's just get it done. And I think there's more to it. There's more that I save for another video. All right. But for the most part, really, that's kind of what I'm talking about, because we have it in us to be successful. And that's what I truly believe. God bless. Oh, before I go, I don't know, I thought it'd be kind of a cool idea just to get some people together, do like maybe like a panel discussion or Zoom conversation or something. Just, if you're interested, hit me up. Why not? See if we can put something together, make something happen. All right, talk to each other, educate, be educated, learn from each other. Cool, why not? All right, love y'all.